Okay, so what you saw me doing then, I wanted to go to Manly Boathouse, but I didn't want to go the way it was going to go. Now, I've tried using our little voice AI assistant and she struggles, got to be honest. So I manually put a pin in because I actually didn't even know the names of businesses or anything else. So I just put a pin in somewhere along the way I want to go, and now we'll go that way. Now, I'm not quite sure when I get there what's going to happen. What I should do is hit these three icons here, three dots, and edit trip, and then I can delete that spot, which is probably what I'll do, but we'll see what happens because I actually don't know where it's going to go from there. So I may have to just take over a while, and that's the other way you can change the directions. If you just take over and you drive for a couple of seconds and wait till, I like to describe it, wait till the blue line appears in front of you, because that means it's going to continue using the road you're going, and then just turn it back on again. If you turn it back on before it's got the blue line there, your guess is as good as mine. It will do whatever it darn well wants, and more than likely, as I found out, it will do the worst possible thing. So don't turn it on until the blue line's in front of you. Okay, so let's go. I've got this set up for auto front, and there's another e-bike rider who's ridiculous driving where the car goes without a helmet. So, you know, some of these people will learn when they die. Alright, so I've got this set up to, I've tried the full automatic reverse forward thing, whatever. I don't know, I can't get it to work. It's a work in progress, but I've got it set up to auto select out of park, which I find works really well. I haven't had it fail once. So I'll tap the brake and that changes to forward, which is exactly what I wanted to do. And I'm going to drive now because it cannot get out of car parks at the moment. Doesn't know where it is, and you can tell when you can turn it on because it actually speaks to you. It actually gives you navigation.
In 200 metres, make a right U-turn at Millennium Place to stay on Wandle Road.
In theory, I should be able to turn it on now, but I don't think I will because it's a bit dangerous. So I'll go out here. And it should come on now, but I might just leave it going for a couple more seconds on the manual. It'll pick up soon. It seems to get confused with this particular intersection for some reason. See what it's doing now? It still thinks it's through Bunnings and something. It'll plot on soon. So it still hasn't yet.
Make a right U-turn at
there it is. It's right now. So now I can turn it on.
Now turn right onto Wandle Road.
And you can turn it on directly in front of a car. My previous car with auto cruise control, whatever you want to call it, if you turned it on in a situation like that, goodness knows what would happen. 9 times out of 10 it would accelerate and go straight into the car and you'd have to hit the brake. This is fine, it's already working. My understanding is it's already knows where it is, where the cars are, so when you turn it on it just behaves as if it's already on. So, but there's no flicker interestingly. That's interesting. Probably because it's only just worked out where it is, but still, you know, like it's a, yeah, that's not a good thing. It's not dangerous, but it's not correct. If I had a police car behind me, I'd get booked. Okay, so let's see what happens. Cars always try to sneak, oh no, don't do that. Alright, so there's an example of where it should not have done what it did. It's trying to get into the left-hand lane to pass this car, and that's just plain wrong and dangerous. So it was trying to go into a left-hand lane that's going to cut out in a couple of seconds, which is just illogical. So I've had to turn it off to stop it. And it does that a lot. Now it won't do it again because I've turned it off. It will now realise, oh, I shouldn't have done that. But it does that a lot. It will try to go into the left-hand lane as it's merging. I've had it on freeways and everything. Now it should go left up here. It's very far to the right. And it's coming over now.
Now turn left onto
I have driven very little. I used to live around this way, so I know this area quite well, but not the names of places, which is why I can't tell them where to go, because I don't know the name of particular locations or roads or anything like Also, the AI assistant, I can't say the name because it'll start up, but the AI assistant is not very good at getting the car to drive along particular roads. It'll recognise it, it'll say it's got it, but it won't translate onto the map. So there's some flaw between its understanding and telling the map what to do. So although I've driven this way a lot, I have done very little with the full self-driving. So this will be an interesting drive, because this will give you an idea if you haven't got a Tesla yet, or if you haven't logged on to the full self-driving module and you're thinking about it. That was interesting. I wasn't sure if that car was going to cut in, and this car made the assumption it was going to stay there, so that's fine. This is a good example of what it would be like when you first take control of the car with full self-driving. So it's generally pretty good, but if it doesn't know the road, it may make mistakes. No big deal, just take over. That's all you have to do. So it's like any situation, even a pilot learning to fly or whatever. If you're using autopilot or whatever, if it's not doing it right, just take over. Now, I wanted to get into the right-hand lane here, so I'm just going to take over. So I turned it off, got into the right-hand lane, now turned it back on again. So next time I come along this road, it will tend to default to this lane. If there's a lot of cars here and there's none on the left, it will change, but generally speaking, it will now stick to this lane. And the reason I'm going this lane, because further up, it cuts out. I mean, it's about 1 kilometre away, but there's a bit of toing and froing between the two different lanes, and it's just easier to stay in this lane. Because pretty much everyone gives way to you when you try to merge. So so this is a good example, as if you just get full self-driving, then you can expect it to do things like this that are just a little random or wrong, but don't get beat up about it, just turn it off. Now, this guy's going slow, he may very well go in the left-hand lane. The other thing I noticed, I had 2 cars behind me, one's already moved. People kind of, I think they roll their eyes and think, oh, below it, it's a Tesla. So they either just move out of the way or put up with it. It's very polite, not always. I had an instance this morning, I wasn't filming, when they didn't want to give way to a car. It wasn't unsafe.
In 200 metres, enter
It
the
just wasn't the
roundabout
polite
and take the
thing to
second
do.
exit.
But anyway, now it will be interesting to see. This is a very weird roundabout. It's like elongated. I don't think there are
Now
many
enter the
roundabouts like this in
roundabout and
the
take
world.
the second exit.
So we'll see how it goes. It's never been along here. Okay, so it's done that right. It hasn't gone too close to the turn. It's gone a bit wide there, but anyway, that's not too bad. I've got something loose in the back. I've just come from Bunnings. While we go to Manly Boathouse is I want to go along the Wynnum Manly foreshore. If you know the area, or if you haven't seen my videos on it, it's a lovely area, and there's a splash park for the kids. There's a little shallow beak wading pool. Lots of people use it, not just kids, and on certain days there are people there with radio controlled yachts. And yeah, it's a very popular area. Big splash park, a long walkway, about 3-4 kilometres I suppose. It's for bikes, lots of fun runs run along it. Very popular area. probably not so much today
In
because
200 metres,
it's a bit
roundabout and
overcast,
take the
but
second
normally
exit.
it's quite busy. Now we'll see what it does because I don't know what it's going to do next. Okay, so you can see on here it is going to immediately go. So I'm just going to edit
Now
trip.
enter the roundabout and take the second exit.
But I'll have to turn this off because it's going to try to go
Now
right.
enter the
and I don't
roundabout
want
and
it to
take
go
the
right.
third exit.
See, so it wants me to go the other way, so now I'm going straight ahead. And I can now turn it back on again.
In 300 metres, turn right onto Fox
If you
Street.
don't like that view, just tap that. It'll change. It will do it automatically after a while. This is a weird road.
Now
It's
turn right
not
onto Fox
actually-
Street.
Yes, it says turn right. It's actually not a right-hand turn. They changed the road. So they made two roads into one. And there's no need to turn, which is interesting. Okay, so the car got it right, although the map showed a right-hand turn. It isn't actually
In
a right-hand
200
turn.
metres,
Now
turn
this is
left onto
very
Bunnings
narrow.
Street.
I'm going to be ready to take over. It's extremely narrow, this bridge, and if a car comes the other way, no one there. But if a car comes the other way, that little spot there, if I had a tow truck business, I'd come here on a Saturday when it's
Now
busy.
turn left onto Atlas Street.
Okay, this is the sort of stuff you got to watch because the left-hand turn can fail. It can misjudge a car. There's no one coming, so that's all right. Same thing here. It can misjudge this car.
Now turn right onto Waterloo.
This intersection, the gap. So I'm going to be not too worried about the left. It's the right I'm worried about. Right. He was turning, so probably wouldn't be a problem anyway. So this is the Wynnum Manly area. I'll just show you. So there we go. See all that? All the beach area. Looks quite nice. I'll leave that there for a second so you can see some of it. And then I'll just turn it back. Now it goes 40. Lovely little area here. This whole area, the majority of the houses along this stretch of road for the next 3-4 kilometres have been bought and sold in the last 3 years, 4 years since the pandemic. Let's see how we go. Are they going to stop? Yes, very good. It stopped for somebody who wasn't even on the pedestrian crossing, who was walking along the road, so I probably would have gone then, but very good. It did the right thing. Yeah, a lot of this area has been done up. Now, this is all 40. The guy behind doesn't like it going 40. But yes, it's all been changed to 40. And you can get annoyed if he wants, but it's 40. I did this because, generally speaking, there's a lot of people who use this section of road. A log footpath. He wasn't there at the crossing, so we kept going. Interestingly, so it is making a judgment call as to whether or not the person is likely to cross the road. I thought it would have stopped then, but it wasn't on the road. So it's a high tide at the moment. Every time I seem to come along here lately, it's a low tide. Speaking, this gets. Now we're going into a little point out section. What do you call it? Where it goes down into the Bay Peninsula. And they've got a little restaurant here called the Manly Boathouse. If you ever come up here for a holiday, this is one of the spots that people from interstate go to. Very popular, very nice place. It looks like a boathouse. Extremely popular. They have live people playing music most of the time. I don't know if there will be this morning, but most of the time there's live people playing. And they do all sorts of different foods and coffees, and they've got a cafe and restaurant, and they've got a, I haven't been on it, but there's a boat that seems to moor there a lot that also seems to have food, so I don't know if that's permanently food. Now this is interesting. This is a very narrow road. I'm going to be ready to take over because it's a quiet time of day. Okay, so we're not too bad. Normally this is just cars coming at you the whole time, and they get very close. Well, although it
In
is
200 metres, turn left onto Fairleigh Crescent.
It's because it's overcast and it's a Thursday, so Thursday's not the premium day. But it's very overcast. This tends not. This is really a fine weather area. I mean, they've got lots of covered areas if it does rain. Let's see if it turns okay. Yeah, it's a bit of a not overly clear where to turn.
Now turn left onto Fairleigh Crescent.
Okay. Hear my Bunnings stuff rolling around.
Now turn left to stay on Fairleigh
I've got to
Crescent.
say that the boot area in the Model Y, geez, it's huge. I've taken the cover off back section of the boot. You can't really see in there anyway, and it's just less fiddly if you can just lift up the back. We call it boot in Australia. I know in America they call it trunk. Yeah, it's much nicer. You can just chuck stuff straight in. Now this is very quiet. This is extremely quiet. This car park is not completely chock-a-block full. So
in 200 metres, your destination will be on the right.
Stop. Interestingly, it will slow down for these speed bumps. But if you have full self-driving off, you've got to watch it because you go straight into it. I'm going to turn it off somewhere along here and just turn in. And look, if you have to drive it manually, gee, it's a nice car to drive manually. Now, I can't see where I am, so I'm going to put this on so I can see. There we go, so I can see. There we go. It's a funny spot, isn't it? Alright, and I'll stop it. And that's it, and that's the water out there. That's the Brisbane Bayside area of Wynnum Manly.